Quick question. When you think of Nintendo, what comes to mind? Mario jumping on things, Link saving Zelda for the 400th time, a little plumber who somehow fights giant turtles and has never once questioned his career choices. Now, when you think of the Eiffel Tower, what comes to mind? Paris, romance, that one photo everyone takes where they pretend to hold it between their fingers. These two things feel like they belong to completely different eras of human civilization. One is ancient European history, the other is a Japanese video game company made for children, and yet. Nintendo is older than the Eiffel Tower, not by a little, by a full year. Nintendo was founded in 1889, the Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889, but Nintendo came first. While Gustave Eiffel was still arguing with Parisians about whether his giant iron structure was an eyesore or a masterpiece, a man named Fusajiro Yamauchi was quietly setting up a small business in Kyoto selling hand-painted playing cards. Hand-painted playing cards, not video games, not consoles, not motion controllers or portable screens, playing cards, specifically a traditional Japanese card game called hanafuda, which translates roughly to flower cards. 48 cards, 12 suits, each representing a month of the year with a different flower. Beautiful, delicate, handcrafted cards made from the bark of a mulberry tree. This was Nintendo, a card company, in 1889. For the next several decades, that is all Nintendo was. While the 20th century exploded around them, World War I, World War II, the invention of television, the moon landing, the rise of computers, Nintendo was making playing cards. They eventually got a deal to produce Disney character cards in the 1950s, and thought that was very exciting. They briefly tried making instant rice, taxis, love hotels, and a vacuum cleaner. None of these worked out particularly well. It was not until 1977 that Nintendo released its first home video game system. 88 years after the company was founded. 88 years of playing cards, failed experiments, and apparently an unusually patient company culture. Mario himself did not appear until 1981 in the arcade game Donkey Kong. He was not even called Mario yet. He was called Jumpman. He was a carpenter, not a plumber. And his design choices, the hat, the mustache, the overalls, were not artistic decisions at all. They were technical limitations. The hat meant the animators did not have to draw hair moving. The mustache meant they did not have to animate a mouth. The overalls made his arm movements visible when he jumped. Mario exists the way he looks because 1981 computers could not handle a realistic human face. Now here is where the time collapse gets truly ridiculous. When Nintendo was founded in 1889, the following things did not yet exist. Cars, as we know them. Commercial electricity in most homes. Radio, movies, airplanes, antibiotics. The concept of a video game was so far in the future that no human being alive in 1889 had any mental framework to even imagine it. And yet the company that would eventually give us Donkey Kong and The Legend of Zelda and Pokemon was already there, handing out flower cards in Kyoto. The Eiffel Tower is 136 years old and people treat it like ancient history. Nintendo is 136 years old and people think of it as a modern entertainment company. Same age, completely different feeling. This is what psychologists call historical foreshortening. The human brain is not built to intuitively grasp long stretches of time. We feel like the past was simpler and more sequential than it was. Ancient things feel ancient. Modern things feel new. And nothing in our gut suggests that the company behind Super Mario Bros. Was already operating a playing card business when the world's most famous Iron Tower was under construction. But it was. So the next time someone describes Nintendo as a video game company, you can technically correct them. Nintendo is a 136-year-old playing card company that got extremely distracted somewhere around 1977 and has been making people very happy about it ever since.